Alright, looks like I'm live and the stream is excellent. Let's get to it. Alright. Hey, it's Darkwing Dave back on the Dark Moon Kingdom server. And today I'm going to do a little bit of raid farming. So, I know this is not very exciting, but unfortunately Minecraft has announced that they're changing raid mechanics in the next major update of Minecraft. So I figured, well, this raid farm has been on my server for nearly 3 years and I've hardly used it. And when I hardly use it, I mean maybe once. So I'm going to spend a little time just raid farming. So if you want to hang out and chat, stick around. First of all, I'm going to upgrade this smelter because I did a little raid farming already and it can't keep up with me as far as smelting iron tools and armor. So I've kind of just working on this here real quick to kind of double its input, I guess, if you will. So I'm going to do that first. Grab some hoppers here. And I'm going to go ahead and put another one of these boxes. Of course, I want to make it green. Just because I meant to click on this right here. I got some dye in this box. So let's see, green dye. Of course, I need a crafting table. I had one sitting right there for a little while, but we're going to have to move it. So I'm not sure where I want to stick this. Maybe, no, it needs to be convenient. Let's see. Maybe right there. It's probably a good spot. We don't usually open that box anyway. Not that I do anyway. And we can move it if we need to. So right there, and then we've got this grindstone that was already here before. I don't know, maybe I can just plug it in right there for now. So let's see, box. Yeah, that's right, box. That's what I want. I want a green box, so do this manually because I don't want to dye my backpack again like I did earlier. All right, so we'll plug that in right there. And then I'll have to go get some fuel because I did not bring any with me, unfortunately. But we do have a little bit back here in this hopper, so I'm going to borrow some of that for now. No, that was the wrong thing to click on. Give me that. So let's see. Extra leaf block. I'm just going to put in this chest right now. Hoppers can go back in here. Go ahead and put all this away. Okay. So these are all emptied out now because I already ran this thing for a test run. And I'm going to have to get some fuel for this thing, which should be easy because all I got to do is take these boxes with me and go fill them up back at my base. It's a little dark out here. I'm going to go ahead and sleep real quick. And then I'll turn around and give you a shot of this farm. So you can check it out. Take a drink of my tea. All right. So here's the raid farm that we have. This was mostly built by Wacko Relic. I did help him. I brought over a bunch of leaves and supervised mostly. Hold the flashlight. But it was built, let's say 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, and I've used it maybe once. So I got over here and started playing with it this week while I was messing around with it. I noticed there was some problems with Ravagers dropping down the chute up top, and I tried to fix that, but everything I tried failed. So I put a lava bleed in there to burn them up when they fall into the Trident Killer up top. But we have some guys in here. I see this guy's holding a banner, so I'm gonna go ahead and fall. I've always got to fall down, Let me climb up here. I'm gonna go ahead and start this thing up. Climb up to the top if I can. Oh, these vines, they can be tricky. Now we gotta be careful up here because I noticed that sometimes these pillagers get pushed out of the chamber. I guess they kind of build up occasionally, and maybe when a Ravager drops in, then they glitch through, and like you'll see what I mean probably. It doesn't happen all the time, but we'll see what happens here. Moon Brain Dead. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for the follow. Yes, I am playing on a Bedrock Realm. This is a survival server. It's been around for about 3 years. It's a whitelisted server, friends and family play on here. I decided I'd start making some content. Well, like I just said, whitelisted server, friends and family, so, you know, it's unfortunately we're not letting outside folks in. I'm sorry. So anyway, so this is going to be fun. This is pretty much what the stream is going to be. Unfortunately, usually I'm building and doing other things, but right now it looks like since they're going to be changing the rules of raid farms in the next major update of Minecraft, and I haven't really used the farm much, I figure I'm going to have to get in here and stock up on totems and stuff before that happens. Because if they're going to wreck all the farms, all the raid farms, then we would actually have to do raids to get totems, so I don't want to do that. I'm going to have to stock up. But if you're curious about this this realm, I have made some world tour videos on my YouTube channel that you could check out if you like. Kind of go around all the different farms and show what we built. YouTube channel links are in the About section. Also, you can hit up my website, darkwingdave.com. All the links are there as well. And a lot of people are curious. They're like, what else is on the server? Well, I made some videos for that. And because I'm just going to be standing around here raid farming, I can't AFK this thing. Unfortunately, or I'd just go, you know, I'd put a bot here and I'd go somewhere else. But with the guys glitching out through here, they at random, you know, you'll get a pillager pop out and they'll just run right over to you. You know, one hit, you're down to 4 hearts. I probably should have my chest plate on instead of my elytra, but so far so good. I think I've had, at one time I had the crossbow guy, I had the hatchet guy, and then also I think it was a Vindicator that popped out, and he was standing back over here waving his arms, trying to cast spells. I had to kill them all real quick. Get rid of them. I'm kind of wondering if maybe if I replace this glass with solid blocks, maybe they'll stay in there, because the transparent blocks might be what's kicking them out whenever the pistons hit them just right. But we'll see. Mostly these people are just doing what they're supposed to do here. They fall down and the trident gets them. I got my looting sword out so I can get the maximum loot. If I ever started playing Java again, I would really, really miss trident killers, let me tell you. These things just, we put them on every farm, just about, if it's a mob farm. And I realize not a lot of people are going to want to watch me stand here and run a raid farm. So I probably won't be on too terribly long. I think I'm going to limit it to maybe an hour of me running this thing and sorting out, you know, getting rid of all the crossbows and all the loot I don't want, and just kind of stocking up on stuff, just hanging out, just chatting. So, you know, there's our first raid victory. This is not a stacked raid farm or anything fancy. It's a JC Plays farm, which is very doable. It's a really simple build. It's, you know, just got to make sure you place everything exactly where they do. And you got to wait between raids now because they put the cooldown in here. I think I left the Trident Runner going down there. Let me see if I left this Trident Killer going. Because what happens is the banner guys will keep spawning down here. And then my Trident down here will kill them. Yeah, there's nobody in here right now. But in theory, you keep killing the banner guys, so you keep getting bad omen. Yeah, see, I already had one. I got a couple of them while we were standing up here. I forgot about that. I remember seeing the thing flash in front of me while I was talking. So there's our next raid. They used to happen one after another. And then when they introduced the cooldown, YouTubers started making the stacked raid designs. At least that's when I seen them all popping up on YouTube. I haven't tried those, and I guess I'm not going to because there's no reason. This one works, and you know, the next major update of Minecraft's probably coming out June, July, probably summertime, according to most people that track and keep up with their release schedules. So if they do that, then we've got a few months. I'm probably going to come over here at least a couple of times a week and farm up my totems just to make sure I have enough. Because I don't want to have to go do raids every other week to get new totems. It's not like I die all the time, but I've got some shops back at the village, and I like to sell them to other folks on the server, so if they become scarce, I'm not really going to want to sell them to anybody. I'm going to hoard them. And so I figure I'll stock up so I can, at least help others out and have my own stash of totems in case I need them. Like the current totem I have in my hand is new. When I got over here this week, I started the raid farm up, and first thing that happened was these guys popped out, and I wasn't paying attention. They glitched out of here, and they come over and they hit me, and it broke my totem. And that totem I've been carrying for probably the last 6 months. So I was doing really good, no deaths in quite a long time. So it's not like I really go through the totems, but it's good to have them. So here we are. All right. I gotta stay alert. I wanna just like look around, show you what I see around here. There's another omen. Larry's been building. I think he's had this stuff here a little while, but he's been working on this over time. And got kind of a Viking village going on out here of sorts, it looks like. Got a windmill. There's some more stuff over that way. Got some kind of a castle or a fort or something being built on that hill. I have no idea what the heck he's building right here. That's the first time I've seen it this week. I come over here. I said to myself, what is that? I think he had like a little mud house there before. Oh, these guys. I'm so expecting and waiting for these guys to just pop out. Give me a health potion. How long do these last? 3 minutes? Or no, they're immediate. Okay. That's probably not going to help much, but maybe it'll help me heal quickly. Because sometimes you got to wait for your hunger to go down before you can eat. And if I've already been hit and I'm down to like 3-4 hearts, I want to go ahead and heal first in case any more pop right out. So these are dropping from the farm, so I figured why not? Why not bring one up here and use it? Let's grab that XP. Yeah, I'm gonna try to take a drink of my tea here and in between. In between raids here. I don't want to take my hand off the mouse too long. Arr, I love the way these guys sound. They did excellent jobs on their voices. Arr, arr, ow. I love it. Come on, guys. Waiting for that raid bar. Let's do it. Raid. Those guys. All that loot, thanks to the looting 3 sword. These trident killers are pretty unique on Bedrock, and if you throw the trident in there into the piston, and then it gets pushed around, it obviously kills. It does damage to whatever comes in contact with it. But if you're holding a looting sword, you also get the looting effect, which is really neat. So I got the looting 3 sword going, so I can maximize my loot and get all my totems and my emeralds and I was kind of stocking up on arrows, and you know, somebody told me that you can go to these farms to get redstone dust. I know on Java, if they need redstone, they build raid farms. They usually do the bigger raid farms, the stacking farms, but still, I don't understand, because after running this thing for all day yesterday, pretty much, I didn't even get a stack of redstone dust, you know, after a full day. I think it was like maybe half, maybe less. Got a lot more glowstone dust. Got some fire resist potions, tons of iron, like tools, picks, hatchets, iron armor. It's like mostly iron and mostly crossbows, neither of which I want. I don't want any of it. So throw the crossbows away, smelt down the iron into nuggets, make ingots and blocks out of it. Really don't need iron. We've got 2 iron farms on the server, so it's just kind of just to get it out of the way and throw it in the ovens, you know. Could just throw it in the water at the ocean. That's where I threw all the crossbows. Yeah, they've already despawned. Or just walk over there and just chuck them in the water. Now, I wanted to go back down below and start sorting stuff out while this was running, but when you go down to the ground, you're too far away from the raid spawn area. There seems to be a block distance limitation, and the raid just quits. It like pauses until you come back up here. Now, if it was solely safe, if these guys weren't glitching out every once in a while, I've actually seen them get pushed through the glass and launch right out here out of the chamber, so I was kind of thinking about replacing that with stone, but at the same time, like, I would put my other Minecraft account up here. Like, I could put my bot up here and just stand if it was safe, and then I could go back down there and sort through all the stuff as it comes in. That would definitely help, but can't leave him up here if he's gonna die. And you don't want these guys just wandering around. You know, if I could just box the guy in, but still, you need to kill him. Like, otherwise the raid doesn't finish and it doesn't go to the next one. So you've got to get rid of them if they pop out here. And oh man, if one of them Ravagers pop out here, oh, I don't even want to deal with that. Like, so far so good though. I haven't had to worry about that. Been running this off and on, you know, a little here and there for the last 3 days, and I haven't seen that happen yet, luckily. They're all spawning up top, dropping down the tube, which they shouldn't be falling down this chamber. Well, I call it a tube. The drop tube. This thing here. They've been falling down in here. When you try to put blocks in, you know, above the hole, like they said in the video, then they get stuck, and then you got to go up there and kill them. So I tried that. So I removed those column, the column of blocks in the corner, and so now they're falling back down this again. There's some lava up there that kills them, you know, but sometimes they get past it and they fall down the hole, and then they're in here on top of these piston heads. So as long as this thing's moving, they can't fall down in here, so the trident won't even touch them. They'll just sit right above it. And so then you can't finish the raid until you either go in there and kill the Ravager, which is scary, or you gotta turn this thing off and then let them drop down in here and turn it back on. But we've got water in there. You can see the water, and the water is to help the impaling enchantment on the trident kill everything faster. But if I turn it off, they drop in there and hit the water, so then they start bobbing up and down because they're swimming on the water. So you got to time it just right where they're down, and you flip the switch and hope that the trident hits them, but then you got to do that over and over like 3-4 times just to, you know, do enough damage to the Ravager to get rid of it. So I'll, you know, open it up and go in there and try to kill it. It's all tedious, you know. So what I did is I went ahead and I put a lava blade right up in there, and it's at 3 blocks up. So any of the other mobs that fall in here, they're all 2 blocks tall, so they'll be underneath the lava. And then when the Ravager falls in here by accident and sits on top of the pistons, its head is in the lava blade, so then it takes damage and dies pretty quick. So now I don't have to worry about opening this up or turning it on and off to kill the Ravager. It's going to be taken care of by the lava blade. And the added benefit is that the witches, when they fall through the lava, they whip out a fire resist potion, and then sometimes the trident kills them before they can drink it, and they'll drop it. So I've gotten a good handful of fire resist potions out of this farm now since I added the lava blade, which is quite interesting. But yeah, fun Saturday afternoon, just sitting here watching a raid farm. Kind of hoping some people may drop in and chat with me. And I haven't figured out a good time schedule on this yet. I run it for a little while, and then it feels like I've run it long enough. I'll go down and turn off the Trident Killer below. That's getting the bad omens. And then once the bad omens clear off, all the raids run their cycle, you know, it quits and stops. Then I'll shut down this Trident Killer, and I'll go down to the storage room, and I'll start sifting through what's there. But we do have quite a bit of storage space down there, so I can let this run for a little while before I go down and take care of that, at least. I feel like if I'm going to do this, I should have something else going on, but I don't. Well, this is about the extent of it. Anybody has any questions, just hop into chat there and I'll try to answer them. There's another bad omen. There's another raid. Raid! Reminds me of the old raid commercial. The bug spray. You get all the bugs and they scream, raid! If anybody's seen that, it's old, it's funny. I'm gonna put my back to it, that's when they're gonna pop out and try to kill me, right? Oh man. Gotta stay on guard with this thing. Although I will say that I've had fewer glitch out of the chamber since I added the lava blade. And so that makes me think that it was the Ravager that was falling down into the actual Trident Killer at random. Like maybe it just timed itself just right as it was falling, you know, at random, and then it just fell in there, but there might have been other mobs in there. Then that piston comes forward. We all know that Ravagers are pretty big, so I'm guessing that maybe the Ravager got pushed by the piston and it squished the other mobs up against these transparent blocks, the glass, and then they just glitch right through. I'm just glad the Ravager hasn't popped out. I noticed that on JC Play's tutorial video, I went back and was watching, trying to see if there was something that got missed on this farm, and couldn't find anything. But in the comment section, some people were saying that they actually observed mobs spawning on top of this lever. So I threw a button up there in that block to try and block anything from spawning up there. And I never actually observed anything spawn here. But if you're not paying close attention to this when they get glitched out of the kill chamber there, it can appear that they just spawned here out of nowhere. But there's been several times that I've actually seen them squish through here like a blur. They come right through there and then land out here somewhere, right here in front of me. They look like they just come right through there. It's crazy. And again, since I added the lava blade in there to kill the Ravagers quicker, I haven't seen too much of that happening. But before I did that, it was almost every raid I was having something pop out on me. It also seemed like there was a lot more going on out here before I put the button above the lever. Oh, That was one of those spells that was cast by the guy. Those jaw things tried to come out here. That'd be bad. Uh-oh. A little bit of server lag on the realm. It's probably a lot of people playing today. In general, you know, they pack all these worlds on, all these realms on, you know, probably as many as they can fit on each server that they have. If somebody's doing some major redstoning, or they've got capacity, you know, max capacity on their servers at Microsoft. Sometimes we get these slowdowns. I can turn it off, give the server a rest for a minute. Grab all this XP, we don't want entity lag. That guy was bobbing up and down and hitting the lava blade, taking damage. See if we can heal this pickup a little bit with that XP. Might as well get the axe as well. Raid victory. What's weird to me is it doesn't show, like if I look at the screen here, it shows like I have the hero, but it should also show my stacked up bad omens, but it doesn't. I know that I've got some. There's like 2 or 3 at least that have gone off since we started the last raid. Seems that way anyway. There's another one right there, see? But when we look, there's nothing in here. It's like the hero is hiding it somehow. And I think that's a bug. Or an overlooked feature, because it shouldn't do that. It should stack. I should be able to see my bad omen above my... Sure, you got hero from the last raid you did, but you can also have a bad omen too. Alright, nobody's talking. Nobody's chatting, so I'm just gonna chill for a little bit. Another sip of my iced tea. Hopefully it's not too loud. Nobody wants to hear me slurping. Drinking some tea. It's really good though. A little bit warm this afternoon. I think we're getting up to like the mid 80s today here. I refuse to turn my air conditioner on. My window's cracked. It's warm in here. There's no humidity though, so 80 degrees doesn't feel too bad. It feels more like mid 70s, so it's not really that bad, but it is a lot warmer than it has been. We're definitely out of the winter months here, for sure. Getting nice and warm. Too bad it doesn't stay like this the rest of the year, but it's gonna get a lot hotter. That's what happens when you live near a desert. I wonder how full that storage is getting down here. Let's go down here and check. Yep. Yep. Full. Not so full. Alright, so these are going to be empty as well. And then we got all those down the hole. Oh, come on. Oh, these vines are the worst. When there's nothing behind them, I'm always falling through them. Let's try to climb this one. There we go. Another raid. Yeah. Let's grab that XP. Okay, my tools are all healed up. Armor, elytra, everything's all healed up. Man. The only thing I regret about this farm is not being able to AFK at it. I so would have put my second account out here and just left it for a while. I could go do other things, you know. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Gotta stand here and babysit. It's not so bad, like if you're just sitting there like watching some TV on the other screen. I'll say trying to stream this is challenging. For one, like, what am I gonna say? What do I do, right? And two, who wants to sit here and watch this? Like, it's just not. I don't know. I mean, I need to learn about some of Twitch's rules, I guess. Like, how do you do watch parties on here? Like, does it have to all be non-copyright material? Can you? For example, I have this other overlay I can use that allows me to show what I'm doing here, but also I could have a YouTube video going or something else, or I could be watching another Twitch channel. And if it's acceptable for me to sit and watch other people on Twitch and like play my game and do commentary, like that could be really useful in situations like this where I'm just running a farm. Could be interesting, right? Anybody's watching and you know how that works, let me know. But like the way my brain works, I think, you know, I probably can't restream other people without their permission. I probably can't have YouTube content going because it's all, you know, it's the creator of that content. You know, could have a lot of people in my stream watching, but they're not getting credit for any of their ads. Just me, you know, like I'm my view, but not all the people watching my stream. So I think that it's probably not allowed. And I've tried to do some searches on Google about it, but I haven't found too much info, specifically what I'm looking for. But I think it would be neat if we could do that, you know? Well, obviously it's... Hey, Wacko. Obviously it's not the one you haven't built or fixed. See? There's Larry's base. Check it out. How you doing, Wacko? Raid. Every time I see it, I think of that Raid commercial where the bugs all scream, "Raid! Raid!" A very old commercial. The Raid bug spray. I can't get it out of my head, like the whole time I'm here. Oh. So did you hear the news? Minecraft news? Next big update with all the cool stuff we've been waiting so long for. They're changing raid mechanics. They're gonna break all the raid farms. And from what the Redstone YouTubers are saying, it's pretty much a done deal and it's indefinite. If they keep everything the way they have it in the snapshots, there will be no more raid farming. It's just a major change. They're gonna force us to go do raids in villages. So for the first time in like 2.5 years, I decided to start using the farm. It's been an adventure. I've almost been killed multiple times up here. I did fix the problem. Well, no, just I've had hatchet guys jump out and come at me. You can see them glitch right through the glass. It's like the conditions in there get just right, and the piston pushes them and squishes them, and some of them pop through. You can see them blur like a little teleport right out of the thing, and they'll run right to you, and you gotta kill them quickly. I've had the crossbow guys. I've had Vexes in the back corner. Since I put the button above the lever, I stopped getting Vexes out here. JC Plays video, I was reading through all the comments, and they said to put something above this lever. It was actually spawning mobs. So I put the button. That slowed down what I was getting out there, but then I still see guys popping through here and jumping out in front of me. And it usually happens when there's a Ravager in here. And then you got to shut it down and kill the Ravager, or you can flip this on and off and time it just right for the Ravager to sink down in there. He starts bobbing on the water, but you can get him with the trident a few times and kill him. So I put a lava blade up in there 3 blocks high. So everything else is 2 blocks tall. They fall down in here and they die. But when the Ravager falls down and lands on them piston heads, his head is just tall enough to get into that lava blade in there. And he burns up pretty quick. So now I don't have to stop every raid, you know. Yeah, it's all good, man. And there's no need now. I mean, they're saying that the typical release schedule of this game, we're probably going to get the update this summer. So June, maybe, July. Like, everything's being fine-tuned in the snapshots right now, and a lot of these YouTubers are saying that it's likely coming this summer. So I was like, well, I'm going to get over here and start doing some farming so I can stock up my totem supply before they totally break all these farms. But you got a few months if you're building on the new server. You might want to run through a bunch of loot for them and stock up. Because it's going to be back to doing raids at villages to get totems. About that, what about the other server you're on? Or servers? You're like a nomad, you're just wandering from realm to realm. Oh, Crafty. Doing some farms with Crafty. So what, Crafty can AFK for you? I've seen some people do some farms with allays here lately that were interesting. A spawn egg? I know what spawn eggs are, but like, why would you want a spawn egg? Oh, Blaze farm in the overworld because you got you a Blaze spawn egg? I wonder if people can transport blazes, like put them in a minecart and bring them back. Shulker egg. Ah, so cheaty, cheaty eggs. I mean, why don't you just use that tool and go get you a blaze spawner and haul it back to the overworld and set it up? I mean, I can get real sarcastic with that. Why don't you just jump into creative and make yourself a blaze spawner? Oh my gosh, that's horrible. Yeah, that thing seems pretty powerful, doesn't it? I mean, can you imagine somebody just grabbing spawners like that and then they sneak over to your base and hide them? So when you're there, like, these mobs keep showing up. Like, where the hell are these coming from? I saw one server a long time ago. Some people were playing on a Java server and they'd modded it all crazy. I mean, they had it to where you could get spawn eggs from killing mobs at random, like rare but random. So somebody had a creeper spawn egg, and then you can go up to any spawner and you can click the egg on the spawner and it would turn that spawner into that mob. So then they made a spawner. It was like a spider spawner. They turned it into a creeper spawner. So it was spawning creepers. Imagine that. Just take that and hide it somewhere near somebody's base. There's just tons of creepers spawning constantly. Vindicator egg? What are you gonna do with Vindicator? parrot egg. A long time ago, 100 parrots flying around. You know, I wish you could breed those. People wouldn't have to go such lengths if you could breed them. It doesn't make any sense that you can't breed parrots. But I guess then they'd have to, you know, build mechanics to where the parrot has parrot eggs, right, in a nest. But they've already got the mechanics for turtles, they lay eggs, so I don't see what the problem is. Changes to blaze. Now it's a blaze spawner. Now it's a pig spawner. Unlimited bacon. Pork chop power. Just have them continuously going into a slaughterhouse. Oh, I wonder if that's getting full down there. Magma egg. Make you a frog farm. I mean a frog-light farm with it. Or something. If you can make a spawner. So I'm getting a little confused here, because the magma egg would only make a magma, and then it just hops around, you kill it, and then what good is that? Unless what you're saying is you can take the eggs and change the spawners with them, like I was saying that Java server could a long time ago. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Here, I'm going to turn that off. I haven't slept in a few nights. Let me do that while I'm down here. All right, man. Go in here and check on these chests real quick. See how full they are. Nope. It's getting there. Probably let this last couple of raids or whatever I've got stacked up play out. Then I'll get down here and clean those out. Alright, eat first, then get the sword back out. Sunday, Saturday. Well, there's at least this one, maybe more. I don't know how many are stacked up, but I'm letting them run out so I can get down there to the storage. Maybe this will be the last one. We shall see. I've heard that horn so many times, I might be dreaming about it. Be laying there sleeping and I'll jump out of my bed. Where's the raid? Can't believe I've been at this an hour already. Doesn't seem like it's been that long. About 50 minutes already. Minus the 5-minute intro, so that's 45 minutes. I'm gonna try to do this every time I'm on, at least an hour maybe. Try to get over here and farm this thing until they break it. What'll be funny is if I spend all this time the next few months running this farm, and then somebody actually does figure out how to build another raid farm, even though they're all saying it's not going to be possible. We've heard that before. But I mean, given the new raid mechanics that they've got in place in the snapshots, I don't see how you could make a continuous one, but you could probably still make one. It's just going to take more work to get it going, keep it running. It won't just be automatic. And some of the better farms are actually AFKable. They won't be, because it won't stay running. It's so strange, but it's like, I don't know. Before Microsoft bought it, they didn't seem to care what kind of farms you had, as long as you weren't duping stuff and cheating. They didn't care about the farms. They're like, yeah, be ingenuitive, create your farms, your machines. That's been the challenge of the game, you know, to use the AI against itself. Use the game mechanics against itself. But now that Microsoft has it, it seems like more and more they're trying to balance the game to make the base game without farms. They're trying to make the base game more balanced, and I can understand that. But it's breaking farm functionality for technical players. It's so strange to hear technical players say that they're in favor of raid farms being broken. I've heard several so far say that they don't mind it. And they're the ones that always use the farms in their videos, which I think's funny, but maybe they're just so bored with it, because, I mean, you get on a new server, build a raid farm, build a villager trading hall, and that's pretty much all you need. You don't need to go do anything else. So I guess maybe people are bored, but I like it because of the totems. Because totems are very helpful, and where do you have to go do these raids to get totems? For content creators, that's just going to cut into their time. They're busy folks already. I mean, I haven't been making Let's Play videos, but the folks that do, I know they're super busy. You know? Crafty gives totems as rewards. How often? How cheesy is it? Is it just as... It varies. So it's not as lucrative as this farm? Because, I mean, that could be a good option, but I don't know about all the other stuff it does. I'm just going to do what everybody else does. I'm going to stock up before they break the farm. I won't need to. I won't need any after this. Like, I've had my totem in my hand for like 6 months without dying, at least. And 2 days ago, I come up here and I'm standing here running this thing, and I didn't even step away. I just looked at the other monitor to do some work, because I was also working. And one of the guys jumped out and hit me and popped my totem. I managed to grab the mouse and kill him before he got me. but it's still, I lost my only, like, this is the reason. This farm is the reason I lost my totem in a half a year, you know? So I don't think I'm going to need a lot of totems. You have almost a full ender chest of shulker boxes and haven't even found a stronghold yet. Because of crafty? That's funny. As rewards. You justify it with the word rewards. I don't know. I think it's interesting. If the creators tried to make it balanced and reasonable and not super cheaty, it might be alright. But anymore, all these add-ons just are so OP that I can't. There's a lot of iron armor and potions as well. If you actually play the game and you go out there and do stuff, you can get armor and potions and, you know. It doesn't take long to mine iron. I mean, you're on a new server and you already made an iron farm. So your armor's covered. I do wish they never took the potion thing out though. Potion cauldrons with the dripstone, that was so awesome. That should stay. That should have been a thing. I would have been in favor of them nerfing it a little, like lightning, witches, turn them to witches. I would have been in favor though of the potion thing if they would have just been like, you know, it's gonna make so many potions, like 2-3 potions, and then run out, and then you'd have to go refill, take a potion and put it back up top, or whatever, or however you do that. I don't know. There's some way they probably could have made it not so overpowered, but left the mechanic in the game. Just giving everybody the ability to make them with the dripstone and then take it away was just so wrong. Like, don't do that. It'd be like if they decided one day that totems are overpowered and they pulled them out of the game. That'd be so weird. That's kind of how it felt to me. But yeah, you've got to make sure your villagers are covered with solid blocks. Maybe put you a lightning rod a little ways away from it. To draw the lightning away. They'll turn them into witches. I think I remember you saying something about that. I never saw it happen though, so I don't really know what happened over there. Not sure. It's kind of hard to comprehend. Lightning, maybe that week they did something to the patch and lightning was going through the ground. But it's not supposed to, and traditionally it hasn't. Like, I've never been underground and seen a lightning strike or been struck by lightning as a player, you know? But the way they mess around with the code, anything can happen with any given patch. When you go from a company that employs 20 or so brilliant indie coders to a mega corporation like Microsoft, where they outsource a lot of code, I'm sure, to India and places, so you get all these different hands in the cookie jar. Code changes break other things. They don't know until people test it and report the bugs. So now all sorts of weird things happen that didn't used to happen. So strange. But yeah, I've never heard of lightning striking through the ground, deep underground, and hitting a villager. That was definitely bizarre, Wacko. Alright, I think this thing is done. I haven't heard a raid in a few minutes. I've been talking. So I think we've cycled it through. So I'm just gonna head back down here. Sit down here and sort all my junk out. See, this is super exciting, you know, but it is what it is. If I want to try to stock up on some stuff before they nerf the raid farms, I tend to go through here and just grab certain things out at a time and take care of that first. Get all these emeralds out of here. I'm just going to chuck the emeralds in here for a moment. Oh, those are books. Arrows. Stock up on some arrows. I bet there's a bunch in this chest. Oh, here we go. If you're just joining, I'm just sitting here running the raid farm since Minecraft is, or Mojang is going to break raid farms in the near future. Like indefinitely. I'm not going to keep that. I don't need potion. I'll hold on to it for running the farm. Let's see. Let's get rid of all this iron. I'll chuck all this into the blast furnaces. Click, click, click. I wish I could just one click all that out of my inventory. That'd be awesome. Wait, did I get all of it out of here? Nope. So have you seen the news about the raid farms? All the change they're going to do. They're going to have the guys drop a potion that you have to drink to get the bad omen. That's the wrong box. That is the empty fuel box I need to refill. So every raid you'll have to drink this potion that allows you to get your omen. Then you do the raid and you'll get another one, I guess. I missed one. There it is. Did I close that? Yeah, I closed that. I just don't know what it's going to look like, though. You know, somebody's going to figure out how to make the farms work again, I'm sure, but it's not going to be ideal. It's going to be like you got to drink the potion to get the bad omen, then your raid runs once, and then you have to go down and hope that there's more in the chest, I guess, and then take them and drink them as well. Nope. Try to get all the iron out of here first. I keep opening that box. It's not the right one. That's where you run a water to bring it up to you. I mean, yes, but it's probably going to be in this chest. It's probably going to drop from these guys down here in the banner trident killer. And then what, you going to run all this stuff up too? Because you can't sort this stuff. Maybe the banners, but not the crossbows and whatnot. Potions aren't traditionally, yeah, send it all up. I guess you have to do all your sorting up there while you're watching your back and running the farm. So maybe, you know, maybe they'll get a good design going on how to do that. We can just fix this one or build it again, tear it down and make a new one. But I'm not taking a chance, you know, if they break it for good, or it's just if the solutions are just horrible and I don't want to mess with it, then stocking up on totems now, I think, is the smart thing to do. It's the backup plan. Have plenty of totems on hand in case you need them. This is working a lot better since I added the extra blast furnace. I'm not having to sit here and wait for it to cook some of those to put more in. Could have added another chest, but it didn't look like there was any room up there, so I thought add another blast furnace would be the way to fix it. Whoops. Box. How are we doing on nuggets? Wow. So much useless iron. I'm gonna get rid of all this stuff. Wrong box. All these useless crossbows. It's too bad we don't have something that breaks these back down into air elements, like the wood used to make them, the string, whatever. Here we go. Grab all the trash I'm gonna throw away. Oh, I missed a shovel. I missed one of the little heads there. Throw this junk away. Let me throw that shovel in there. I'm polluting the water. All this industrial waste that's going. I forgot a short-term memory here. I forget which box I was in. Let's see. Anything else I want to throw away? Get rid of that. I don't need bottles. I think it stopped with that chest, but yeah, I checked that stack right there. It's empty. Get rid of all this junk. Pollution. All right. I don't have to worry about that right now, but still. Totems. All the lovely totems. If we could AFK at this farm without dying, I could just put a bot up there and keep this thing running. Well, inventory's full. I could just stay down here and put things in boxes while it runs, but I don't have that luxury. Empty box. Oh, it's full. Add this up here to my collection. Totems, some books. Not sure what I'm doing with the books yet. Thinking about setting up a bargain barrel at the library or the bookstore. I haven't built yet. Free books, multiple enchants. I'll start throwing them away at some point, but for now I'm collecting a few boxes at least. I did find a mending book in here earlier. I put it on the trident and the top killer because it was about to break. It was. I know that they won't usually, but you never know. Like you could chuck it in there and it hits that piston. It could be just the last straw, and it had no durability left on it whatsoever. So I went ahead and put mending on it and healed it up just to be sure we don't have to mess with it. Arrows. I'm gonna grab all the arrows. Arrows. Totems. I forgot. I didn't finish getting the totems. Man, I got sidetracked. Come here. Wow. So many. They're like little gold bars. I love them. All the lovely treasure. Let's see, that's the books. Was that full? That's almost full. That one's full. Gonna have to make more boxes here soon. Okay, what else we got? All the other junk. I'm putting all this in one shulker until it fills up, and then I'm probably not going to get any more of that, just because it's not really producing a whole lot of this other stuff like redstone dust. It's really slow. I mean, a lot of other farms, raid farms I've seen, produce quite a bit of redstone dust. I keep grabbing those stupid potions. And this one doesn't seem to be producing as much. We're getting fire resist now, though. This is good. All right, let's chuck all this in there. Just a few extra things for me to take home. This one's almost full. Did I get them all this time? Gotta throw those away. Finish cleaning this out, and I got some stuff to throw away. That's the book chest. Okay, here's the arrows. Arrows are full now. Last empty box. We'll just put arrows in this one. Sticks, we're going in this one. And I'll throw all that away. Lock up my emeralds. I'll keep one health on me just in case I need it in there. Alright, so I think I'm pretty well done. Hopefully I haven't run out of fuel already. These things are getting really empty. Actually, that one is empty. Down to 51 on that one. 64, there's a hopper back there I can't look at. I need to fill up the fuel boxes. But, let's see. Oh, I think I'm good for now on this, to be honest. I mean, I need 2 more to finish that, though. Okay, I'll run it. Maybe 1 or 2 more raids. And I'll take my loot home. Get me an omen. None of those guys had a banner? Wow. Was like 5 in there? Alright, let me run up. Maybe we got a spawn down there while I'm up here. Turn this thing back on. I'm gonna sit here and watch for the omen, and then I'm gonna run back down and turn that other thing off after I get a couple. Yeah, but after looking at the changes they're gonna make to raid farming, or I mean to raids in general, with having to drink that, and I don't even know what else. I didn't even watch any of the videos that have come out. I heard somebody talking about it in their Let's Play briefly, and I guess I need to sit down and watch a video on it and see what all they know so far about them, just to satisfy my curiosity. There's a bad omen. Again, it's so weird that it doesn't show. If you have a hero, you can't see your bad omen. That's kind of deceptive. You get a bad omen while you have your hero, and you could end up walking into a... And there's number 2. Except I don't know if they're stacking anymore. If I go turn this off, will it still run 2 more raids after this one? Because I have 2 bad omens now. I guess technically the raid that's running was the first bad omen, and then I got another one flashed on the screen. Will it? Because I'm not sure. I know it used to, but this time around, it seems like it's been shutting down. Alright, we'll see. So I should have 1 after this one. Hopefully. So we'll wait for this one to finish, and we'll see if it starts again. I just need a couple more totems to finish that box. Then I can take all that other loot home, put it away. I've been here for an hour and 10 minutes. Hour and 15 minutes. Because I have to sit here and babysit it, it just seems like this hour is feeling like 2. I'm not good at just sitting here staring at the screen with nothing else to do. Like, come on. I guess that'd be the added benefit of really doing the raids in the future, is that you're actually working for it. You're fighting and playing, doing something, other than just standing here. Now, if this was totally AFKable, and I could put my other account here and just leave, see, that would be awesome. But because they keep glitching out here, it just wouldn't be safe. Just can't leave the guy here by himself. I think that's kind of one of the things that kept me from coming over here and using the farm the last 2 years, was the fact that I couldn't AFK it. I just never had the patience or time to sit here and watch it. Like I was saying earlier, though, it's easy when you can just sit and watch TV and do it. Or like when I was working and doing it on the other screen, I could just do something else. But streaming, this is a new challenge. This is try to stream and talk and do nothing. Just stare at a raid farm for an hour. It's challenging. I thought about maybe blocking this in, like getting rid of the glass so they can't glitch out. Because the transparent blocks are, I think, how they're popping out. But then you can't get your XP if you put solid blocks, you know? And then you're going to end up with entity lag because the XP is going to build up in there. If you use a slab or a stair to let it through, I think those are still kind of technically transparent. I don't know. They might still glitch through them. I'm just waiting. Sooner or later, one of these hatchet guys are going to jump out. And it's going to be on. I have to fight. I haven't seen a Ravager pop out yet, though. I've heard horror stories. Hopefully those days are over with. There's the victory. Okay. Waiting for a cooldown. I wonder why the bar doesn't do its cooldown thing anymore. It just sits there empty. But technically it should be, like the red bar should be going down to empty, I think. And then the new raid will start. Yep, there's a new raid. You're right, Wacko. It's still stacking. That's good. See, I wasn't sure if it was stacking or if I just happened to get another bad omen right when the other raid ended or something. When I was running the killer down below constantly. I wonder how many it'll stack up without showing you. XP. I think a couple of days ago when I started doing this off and on throughout the day, I had like 70 levels. So running this a couple hours a day for the last 3 days, I've gone from 70 to 105. It doesn't seem like I'm getting all that much XP from this farm, but I think it's probably because those Ravagers are dying in the lava up above, and so you're losing some XP there. I think if they weren't gonna break raid functionality, I think it'd be cool to build one of the new stacking farms. So you get like 5 raids going at the same exact time. Maybe it's 4, 3, I don't know how many it was, but it's a lot. And so you just multiply, you know, that times however many guys are dropping in here, so it'd be 3-4 times that amount. It'd be crazy. You'd have to have a lot bigger collection and storage system than what we have, though. Something that could actually handle that kind of input. Be a big challenge. But now it's like, well, this isn't going to be good enough, and then they're going to break it, so just make do with what we got. I really wish I'd been using it the last couple of years, though, because then I'd have a really good stock of totems built up. But I didn't imagine they would break it. You know, I thought this is just how raids work, and it seems like they had that, you know, well thought out on how raids work in villages and whatnot. And then these raid farms are just a result of people being creative, and I thought this would just always work. You know, we may have to change little things. Yeah, I know. Larry's been using it. It's right in his backyard, so he's been over here all the time. He's got a big stock of them. I can't say that I have the same yet, but I'm gonna work on it for the next few months. I'm gonna work on it, try to get myself a good stock on hand of totems, so I won't have to worry about it in the future. Yeah, especially you play on several different realms, you might be looking at making sure you have totems everywhere else as well. If you had that other one running on this server, that'd be good, because a lot of people may suddenly want to use these things. If I'm over here hogging this one, you're gonna need somewhere to go. Yeah, I thought of that too. You know, a couple of chests, because, like I said earlier, realistically, I've been playing this game for a long time, and I've probably only legitimately broken a handful, maybe 3 or 4 totems in the whole 3 years that I've been playing. It's not like I go through them a ton, but I want to have them. You know, better to have them and not need them than to need them and not have them, right? So, and plus, I like to sell them in my shop at the village, because certain players don't know how to do this and probably won't. So they can just stop by and buy them. And it's kind of like that's the way they can get theirs. So if I have a small supply, I probably won't be selling them. So I'm thinking if I stock up, then I can still help others out and also have my own stash. So that way other people are going to need totems, you know. I think that was it. I think we ran through the 2 omens I had. Let's see how much we got out of 2 raids. Full chest. Partial chest. That's good. That's what I wanted. Let me close this since it's dark. I had a raiding party come in here with me earlier. They spawned out there somewhere and come marching over here, and I'm just standing here. I think I was eating a sandwich. And they come walking in here. I turn around. There's all these guys and a banner guy standing in here with me. That was no fun. That was a surprise. So I added the little door that you can open and close. Keeps anything from coming through top or bottom. They can still shoot you through here, though. They got me with a crossbow a couple of times. But I didn't want to add a solid block to add a door, you know? So I just thought that would work. Keep stuff out of here. If I'm going to AFK, I just kind of crawl back here so they can't shoot me if they come to the door. Get rid of all this iron first. Come on. Don't throw the actual equipment in there. I don't think you can cook that, but man, I almost did it a couple of times. Almost chucked my shovel in there. Get out of there. Got more than 2 totems. I only wanted 2 more totems. Now we got a problem. I gotta start a new box. I'll probably just leave the extra ones down here when I leave. So, that was all the iron. All right, let me grab all this junk. Totems. Two totems, box is full. Out of boxes. Arrows. Whoops. Oh, look, an empty box. I guess I will take these totems. Throw that junk in there. More arrows, some sticks, glowstone dust, piece of iron. Block up my emeralds. Not enough for more. Arrows. Spider eyes, sticks, dust. Should be about it, I think, right? There's just crossbows and books. All this stuff is trash. Except maybe the books, I don't know. Hey, loyalty 3. Wrong box. I had the books there forever. I'll throw them in here with the totems. Throw this stuff away. Alright, let's see. Chuck all that in the water. Yeah, I don't need that now. Did I get all that? Take all my loot with me. That way I can bring back empty boxes. And I'm going to go ahead and take these with me. So I can refill the fuel. I've just about run the furnaces out. Alright. Well, that was fun. Right, Wacko? Oh no, look, it's a totem. I must take it. Get over here so I can see this better. He's missing a head. And I don't think the head is in the trophy room anymore. I don't think the trophy room is in the trophy room. Larry is redoing his castle. Interesting to see where it ends up. Oh, some lag. I think that was render lag that got me. Back into the castle, back down to the storeroom. Let's store some of this stuff. Let's see. Arrows. I think I'm gonna have to make room. So those are full, so well, that's a bummer. I need to like box all these up. Let's see, books. Is that just books or is it books and totems? Enchanted books. I think those should just be books. I'm gonna stash those over here for now. One of these totem boxes had books in it. This one. I'll just throw these in there. Miscellaneous multi enchants, but some of these are single enchantments. All right, those totems. Partial box and full boxes. That's quite a few. The other day when I started, I only had like 2 boxes in here. So that's a partial box. Not too bad, not too bad already. Just in a few days. A nice little collection of totems for the barrel. Oh, I see a partial arrow box. Forgot about that. Perfect. So I can put all these extra arrows in. Probably just this bottom row, maybe. All right. And then last but not least, all this extra junk. Gotta refill those. Get rid of my emeralds. All right, let's put away these fire resists. Those will be good for the nether. Oops, still have one in my hand. Didn't see that. Okay, let's see. Sticks. Sticks and stones will break your bones. Always good to have sticks around. Long barrel. I need to get these refilled. A couple of saddles for the barn, store, shop, whatever. And I think the rest of this can go auto sorting. But my redstone dust needs to go in this box. Yep, alright, so that can go to the auto sorter. And the emeralds, I was stashing in this ore box for now. That's quite a bit. All from the raid farm. It's insane. Okay, let's see. Take this on over to the unloader. Gonna cut through here. Let's see if I have some empty boxes I can take back over there next time. See, totems, arrows, junk, maybe some books, maybe some more totems. I don't know how many I need. That's probably enough. I can make more on site if I need to. And then let's see, these. Do have some, so I'm gonna donate. I think whenever we get auto crafters, I'm gonna have to rig something up to make these blocks for me. Run the kelp machine and just have it cook and craft, do it all. That one's full. I'm not waiting around for this to fill up, so let's just do it by hand. I wasn't doing anything else, I guess. I need to take these back over, so speed this right up. Give me. It won't let me take one. There we go. Just chuck that in there. Come on. Get in there. Now it's full. Goes back in there. And then that'll fill back up. Yeah, plenty more above. Okay. So I need to go this way. Can we do it? I did it. Launch out of the top. Open your wings and hit your rocket just at the right moment when you come up the top of that water elevator. Oh no, it's a UFO. I don't think he's added any more to this since the first time I came over. All right. There we go. Now that'll fill it up. Plenty of fuel now for quite a while. I guess I'll go ahead and block these up while I'm here. Get rid of this. I want to be able to take it all at once. It won't let me transfer all at once. Come on, Bedrock. Let's see. Ingots first. Ingots, now blocks. I forgot to get rid of those. I'll put that back in there. Alright. Farm is restocked and ready to use. Look at all this junk. And it's bedtime. Alright. I brought these shulkers. I'm gonna go ahead and store them over here for now. Wacko, are you still in chat? If you are, I got a question for you. Yeah. You're not planning on coming here today, are you? Using this? Not today? Okay. I will probably be back here in a little while to use it some more. I'm just gonna leave my trident in the killer then. No, I don't need to. I'll come back and run it. If I know somebody else is gonna use it, I'll take the trident out and hang it up and let them deal with it. But I don't like surprise bad omens, you know? But since I'm gonna come back over here in a little bit and use it, I'm gonna leave my trident in there. That's kind of the reasoning, I guess. Like, totally forgot to grab more rockets while I was down there. So I'm gonna do that while I'm thinking about it. But I got that. I need to go drop off the saddles before I end up carrying those all over the place. Nope, this way. Oh, that barrel's full. Alright, extras over here. I need to figure out what else I'm selling in here too. All these extra barrels. So I got saddles, maybe leads. I could probably sell some leads. And then, but it's a good place to store things too. Like if I'm out doing stuff and I think to myself, hey, I need a saddle or I need leads or I need, instead of going all the way back down to the storage, I can just go to the shop and grab stuff. It's kind of convenient to have everything organized into shops, even if nobody needs to buy them, you know. But kind of some reasoning logic that I've got going on in my head. All right, I think that's gonna be it for now. I've um I've been live for almost 2 hours and I need a break. Got some things I need to do today, so I'm gonna take off for a little bit and then come back later this evening, probably. Um, if I'm not streaming, I'd probably be playing anyway. Just I don't know how much more I want to raid farm. You know, I've already done 2 hours of raid farming almost on stream, so it's like people can only see so much of that, you know. Probably I watch some movies or something tonight and play some Minecraft. I don't know. If I get bored, maybe I'll stream so I can chat with some people. But anyway, if you're watching and you don't know me, my name's Darkwing Dave. I play on the Dark Moon Kingdom, which is a Minecraft Bedrock SMP. And if you like my content, be sure to follow and leave a like on my YouTube channels and check out my videos. Website's darkwingdave.com. All my links are there. And Wacko, you have a great afternoon. And maybe I'll get to talk to you again this evening. Great. That's going to do it for me. I am out of here. Thanks for watching, everyone. Appreciate it.